Hi. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. I started a little early so that I can get people in the room faster. But if you were hashtag replay gang, check the description box below. Check the description box below. Actually, let's do that. Hey, Jocelyn. How you doing? Hey, Joy. How are you? What are we talking about? The other way. Ugh, the other way. I am so tired of the other. Wait a minute. Did I write it in the wrong? No. Go. I'm over it now. 18 episodes? Girl. When is the season finale? Hello, Angela. How are you? Hey, Noxious. How are you doing? Hey, Babs. Welcome, welcome. I love that you guys are all saying hi to each other. It makes me so happy. It's like a little community. Hey, Mac Reviews. It's like a little community. Happy New Year, Danny. Happy New Year to you. I'm gonna phone this one in, guys. Preliminarily, let me tell you, I stopped paying attention. Um, you know how there's like the first half where you get all the couples, and then you get the second half. I don't feel like I paid attention to the second half of whatever happened. The only one I paid attention to was Johny and Chloe because finally something reasonable is happening. And yeah, and like Dylan and Patia, because obviously, I would take more of them. And I kind of hate that the storyline of like Patia being crazy about Joe or the mom going away. 82 people in this room? Hello? 86? Give this video a thumbs up. We dissolved DocuSweeties, Mac. Yeah, there's not there. We announced that we were going to dissolve it on September 1st. And that what we were talking about was the I think what is it? Happily Ever After was going to be the last thing that we did. And so she's gone solo dolo and is doing her Vanity Fair on which is Vanity Fair was her I think she had an Instagram with Vanity Fair, but she also had her own YouTube channel. And I'm not sure if she changed the name of her YouTube channel to Vanity Fair, but instead of going, I don't know if she's doing both YouTube and whatnot, but she's doing it. Yeah, so check it out. It's still there. Happy New Year. It says 13. Okay, it says 80 on my end. So I don't know if this is all from if they've merged Facebook. But hello. It's never told me, I think, how many people are watching from Facebook. Hi, dating doula. Oh yeah. So, anyways, Mac. Yeah. So, everybody was tracking, and so after, or like during it, I started doing this to kind of do Naya the other way. And I think I did Love After Lockup. Did I do Love After Lockup? I know I did. But I don't know if I did it on DocuSweeties or I did it here. But either way I go. DocuSweeties is dissolved. We're going back to our own YouTube channels and other things. And yeah, not much to it. Oh, one is landscape and the other is portrait, probably for Facebook. Yeah. So it's for those of you who are watching on your mobile phones through YouTube, it is mobile, right? Um and from my end, it shows me that Jocelyn, for example, is watching it on her mobile phone. But Rashana, it doesn't tell me that you are watching it from a mobile phone. So I'm assuming you're watching it from like your laptop or whatever in this landscape. But I don't know. I was behind and don't realize, but I was saying that I'm tired of toe. Me too, girl. Me too. Okay, every time you go live, there's now two different lives on YouTube. Oh, because one is went down to 63. It was 86. Because one of them is YouTube has created a lane for mobile phone views. And so this is what it is. Will you ladies do collabs on some videos sometimes? Y'all have good chemistry. Perhaps. Yeah, there's no like we're never yeah, there's perhaps. I'm just different time zones, like super busy. She's doing her own thing. I'm like all over the place with all the things. I don't know if you know this, Mac, but I do drag now. And I it is easier for me to come on here once a week and talk to you guys about two shows, maybe three, if I can fit in on another day, than doing a podcast. It is, and having to coordinate. It is just easier for me in this way, because I'm pivoting towards like drag. I don't know if you know that, but I have been doing drag in Minneapolis since August, and I've gotten some paid gigs, and I have a gig coming up on the 16th. And so I'm trying to kind of hone that skill. And I'm still doing my pole work. So trying to like somehow merge drag and pole, see about being like a drag queen who's like alternate persona is like, you know, it's spicy. So I'm just trying to like kind of focus in on more live performances here in the Twin Cities. Then are you gonna cover Love During Lockup on my cell? Oh, see, yeah. I don't. I hate Love During Lockup. It's so boring to me. I love that you both consciously uncoupled. It was a great run. Yeah, I think it was a great run too. Like I think we learned a lot, and we were doing stuff prior to that, like on each of our YouTube channels. So yeah, I feel like. Hi, Crystal. Oh, Thousand Pound Sisters. I watch it, but I don't watch it. Like I one day binged the like second, third, and fourth season because I did watch season one. So I knew about them in season one. But then I like binged a lot of seasons in between to like kind of catch up. But it's hard to watch, especially during the years where Tammy was just being so like, ugh, she was in her like darkest place, right? And then oh my god, we're already 10 minutes in. And now she's better, and it feels like, I will catch up. So I like to just watch the whole season at one time. Plug the drag profile and name. It is Black Renaissance. It is BLAQ Renee Songs on Insta. Yeah. Mhm. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Thank you, Jasmine, for dropping this link. Hey, Wa, have you ever thought of a get ready with me where you're yeah, I have, but I'm not you know how long it would take me? I'm not good enough. Well, I am. I am. But, like, I sometimes don't have time to, like, set everything up and put all my I would have to bring all my makeup out here and, like, all that stuff. So it's on the list. It's on the list of to-dos. Hi, Tweety. 54 people in the room. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Yeah. Thank you for adding it. But yeah, so your girl is like trying to be booked and busy with live performances here in the Twin Cities. So it's just easier for me to come in and talk to you guys and just do this. Even though I went back and I watched some of my edited videos, and I'm like, girl, where is my Canon? Let's dust that off because I laugh at my own shit. So like I'm like I'm like, oh, I'm so funny. um so yeah. But I still want to engage with you guys. I still want to obviously honor Just Call Me Wah and like, things like that. Like I still love doing this with you guys. So just trying to diversify and I'm doing a lot. I still have a full-time job. I'm doing drag. I'm doing this. Like, I'm running around the city doing other stuff. So yeah. Mac reviews. I love 90 Day Fiance, but it's getting kind of tired time with it. Yeah. Um, Before the 90 days to me right now is mucho better. Mucho, mucho. All right, let's get started at 12 minutes. We have 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Hey guys, it's Wahima. But just call me Wah. Melanated! Welcome to my recap of 90 Day Fiance The Other Way, Season 7, Episode 18, Adios. Hi, I'm Wah. I do recaps of relationship reality TV shows such as 90 Day Fiance, Love After Lockup, Love is Blind. So if you are at all interested in that content, go ahead and subscribe. Follow your girl. If you get the hee hee ha ha's while watching this and you want to give your girl a tip, you can do so with the options scrolling down below. But otherwise, you watching the commercials or the advertisements and you just showing up is great. There are now 39 people in this room. How quickly that went down 50 people. Maybe it's because I didn't start right away, but that's okay. There'll be hashtag replay gang. All right. So what are we doing? Are we going to jump right into this episode and we talk about it and get it done so that we can hurry and come back at 7:30 to talk about the real show, the real thing that's interesting, which is before the 90 days? Because it's good so far. So far, so good. What? Do you have your drag photos here on you? I don't. I've been here since you were sitting on the foot of your bed. Oh, I know, Joy. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's jump right in to Manon and Anthony. All right, what is it? 13, whatever. Great. I never have the piece of paper anymore. I'm not professional. So we start off with them packing and just kind of throwing things about the place. And we're like, what are they doing? What's happening now? And it turns out that they found a place. They found a place to, or they bought a home. And do you guys not wish that we had been privy to that? Like, I wanted to see them looking at the house. Like, I want to see the house. Now, that's their personal business. And if they don't want cameras in their home, if there wasn't enough money for, them to be in France for the amount of time, because this is what I imagine happens. I imagine that production goes to France for like a week or two. And then they film a bunch of different types of scenes. They like set things up. And they're like, well, maybe let's do a scene where you guys are talking about money. Well, maybe let's do a scene where you guys are talking about Benjamin. Maybe let's do a scene where you guys are talking about, Anthony trying to find a job. And so they film for 2 weeks. And then the camera crew leaves because they ain't got money like that. You know what I mean? Mash Sharp Production got money, but they don't got money to have like a full crew of people in France for 3 months. So then the crew comes back and films a little more. Then the crew goes home. The crew comes back and films a little more. But in between, They bought a house, and they bought a house 2 hours away in the country. It is a fixer-upper. It has a lot of potential, so she says. But she's freaking out because her life is about to dramatically change. Remember the last episode we talked about, she was worried about the fact that she was going to have to give up her dream of being an entrepreneur in order to be at home so that Benjamin can, get used to her and be there by her side and like run to her instead of always Anthony. Lo and behold, shock of all shockers, Anthony got himself a job, y'all. Not in security. He got himself as like a camp counselor for UK kids coming to France, going into the countryside. So he's gonna be there doing arts and crafts and canoes and wildlife adventures, and he can speak English. So he's got a job. She has decided to be a stay-at-home parent, and she's freaking out about it. And she's like trying to talk to him about her worries, and he is annoyed. Now, here's one thing. Is he annoyed because he is an actor and he knows that they're doing a scene? And so within the scene, part of her job as an entertainer and an actor is to create a scenario, create drama. And so part of this drama is her saying, Anthony, I'm so scared that I'm now going to give up everything and depend on you, and you are not dependable. Look at your arms. They're so skinny. You can't even hold me. How can you hold us down? And so she didn't say that, but that's what she's thinking. That's what she's thinking. You know, that's what she's thinking. And so she is like, I still freaked out about this whole process. Like, I'm moving away from my parents, even though we're getting out of this shoebox. I'm so happy for it. I'm so happy about it. Whomever. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird just being in the countryside. And we know she has a whole breakdown on the cobblestones of whatever town she's in. Next episode. And he just seems annoyed. He's like, we already talked about this. Like, I don't want to hear your fears. I don't want to hear your worries. Don't worry, I got you. I'm gonna hold us down. She has no faith in him. And also is worried. I mean, I have no faith in him, but like, I obviously didn't choose to marry this man. Ooh, Angela, hot take. Hot. I wish she would just journal and keep that mouth of her. Hot take. If you can't talk to your husband, who can you talk to? If you can't talk to your husband, who can you talk to? Oh, the Canadians are in the house, high-fiving each other. The Canadians are in the house high-fiving each other. I want you to know that Amandams 1, 2, 3, we got a bunch of Canadians in here. I mean, you are not the only one. You're like, hi, from Canada. There's like 15 Canadians in this room right now. She's Canadian. She's Canadian. Who else? Who else up in here is Canadian? Where's Joslo? Jocelyn, are you Canadian too? I'm like, we got a lot of Canadians in here. You ain't the only one, boo. And then I got Connie who watches and hashtag replay gang. Like, this is the Canadian chat, just in case you didn't know. So anyways, yeah, so he's frustrated with her. They get into the car after packing everything, and he stalls out because it's a stick. I wonder if he had to learn the stick because he was there. I wonder if he's like, oh my gosh, I have to learn how to drive stick. Because do people still call it driving stick? Or do people say is it automatic? No, not automatic. Manual. I don't know. I call it driving stick. That's how I learned to say it. I don't know what the proper way to say it is. And so they are going, and it's like funny because she's like, oh God. So they get to this house and they go in, and she's nervous. And he's just like, yeah, she says that she sees that Anthony is just so happy about being there. And so she is going to give it her best, give it her all. But like me, Manon has very big emotions. I have very big emotions too. You know, sometimes we just have big emotions, and we're going to see her very big emotions spill over on the cobbled streets of this French provincial town. There must be more than this provincial town. You know? But there she goes. Great. Canadian, Casey. I knew it. I knew it. Canadians in the house. And then let's not forget Sophie. Hi, Sophie. I got your email. I'll respond. Sophie's in Montreal. She watches too. You know who I'm missing? There was a gentleman, I cannot remember his name, but he painted a picture of me and sent it to me, and I have not seen that gentleman. He's 75 years old, so I hope everything is okay with him. He's not Canadian, but he was a subscriber of Just Call Me Wah before I did the podcast, and I just remembered him right now in this moment, and I'm like, where is that man? He's like 75. Uh-oh. I gotta find him. Make sure he's okay. I gotta check in on my friend. Okay. It's been years. He's probably 80 now. I gotta check in on my friends. He was okay. He sent me this picture. You know that picture here? Show you. He took this picture of me. I don't know if you remember the original of this, but this is when I used to sit on my bed. And he was taking a painting class, and he sent it to me. I gotta find out. David. Yeah. He sent this to me in 2020. It's been 5 years, y'all. I gotta find my friend. Yeah, I gotta find David. Okay. Sorry. Sorry. All right. Moving on to Johny and Chloe. Okay. So Johny and Chloe, girl. First part of this, Johnny's right. That last part of this, Chloe's right. Can we not agree? Okay. So we start off where he's like, hey, can you come out and help me? Because he has to wash his car because they live in a place where there's like salt in the air. And so in order to stop his car from eroding, he has to wash it, which is something that I need to do because there's salt on the ground and I need to clean it. I need to clean my car. But anyways, so he is cleaning his car. And, he's like, I'm just trying to show her that, I know she would just go to the car wash and get it washed, but like, I can save $30 washing it myself, and then we can have money for food or something like that. And I'm like, is that something you have to show her? Maybe, just like, listen, I grew up in car washing culture because I'm from a car washing state. Okay. Like California, especially growing up, I don't even remember there being a lot of car washes. Like there are now, they're all attached to gas stations. But growing up, I washed the family car. Like it was just kind of like, oh, I'm gonna wash the cars now because I did not want to be dropped off and picked up in any circumstances with a dusty ass car. You know what I mean? And people used to write on the back of cars, "Wash me" in their dirt, and so it wasn't gonna be me. So I used to wash the cars like on Saturdays or whatever, just as my like whatever, and I enjoyed it. And even when I was in like my parents' house, like recently I was washing my own cars because I was just like, why take it? Now, when I was trying to like really, when I had the extra money, you know what I mean? The extra $30, I would take it to the car wash and like have them wash it down. But I always feel like I did a better job. So it was like, I really just wanted them to vacuum it because I hate vacuuming. I hate vacuuming cars. But anyways, so here though, I don't have a yard, so I cannot do that. But I'm supposed to take it to the car wash, and I don't. Car washes here are like $30, and you have to vacuum it yourself and clean out the inside. It's like $26 just to go through the little machiney thing. And I'm like, but it's because we all have to, because the salt in the winter erodes the bottom of the cars, and so you have to get that under the car wash. I mean, you guys in the Canadas know about it because y'all got the snow. But if you are from like the Tejas, or you're from like the southern parts of the country that don't get snow, the hot parts, you don't know. I always thought that washing the undercarriage was a scam. I was like, why do I need to wash the underside of my car? And then I was like, oh, because people live in snow and they have to do that. Good. So anyways, he's doing that. And she's like, I talked to my mom, and my mom's really upset that we haven't made a move. And this whole conversation starting off is just annoying. Like, I can't imagine a partner coming to me saying, hey, I talked to my mom. You're too young to be married. If you're like, hey, I talked to my mom, you're too young to be married. Unless you're like, hey, I talked to my mom and she was trying to help us with the mortgage, like understand like interest rates, or hey, I was talking to my parents and just to get some advice on like child rearing. Like, yeah, there are things that you go to your parents about, but if your mom is like, excuse me, marry or no, come home. What are you doing? If you're like, that's not the conversation that you're like, I just talk with my mom. I just talked to my mom and she said that you should let me go out on the weekends because that's what's best for relationships. That's what it felt like to me a little bit. And so she's like, my mom's upset because, while we have made strides and we did find out the situation, she wants to know what's next and why we haven't made any moves. And she's like, I'm ready. And he's like, are you? You're ready? And he's like, I'm ready to do the partnership, but I'm not necessarily ready to get married to you, Chloe, because like I can't even get you to help me around the house. And she's like, that's so minuscule. And I wanted to throw everything. Do you understand the fights right now that are happening on TikTok? Because there are people who are in marriages and relationships where there's one person who understands the value of hygiene and cleanliness and the other person who's completely oblivious to it. You will not last. You will not last unless you are both dirty birdies, which is fine. If you are both messy Bessies, which works for you. But if one of you is like, please help me wash the dishes, please, like when you get home, let the beans soak. Or when you leave the house, take the chicken out the freezer so that we can like tag team making sure that there's food on the table. Because I didn't feel like he was telling her, I need you to cook and clean. But I felt like he was like, I need you to do some cooking and some cleaning. And she's like, when I'm at home, it's not the first thing I think about. And I'm like, that's all I think about. Like it's the disaster that is around me right now. Now I can't really do much about it because I don't have that much cabinet space to put all this stuff away. But like, would I like for this to be more tidy? Absolutely. Is it gonna be? Probably not because I live by myself. But like, if you're living with somebody, like there's and if you're moving into someone's space and they're used to keeping their house at a certain like level of like tidiness, then like you got to meet that. And she's like, that's not a big deal. It's about whether or not we can get along and like, what did she say? How much I care. That's what really matters is how much I care. Huh? Huh? What are you talking about? How much you care? No, it's the basic fundamentals of understanding how you guys are going to cohabitate together. And he's telling you, I need you to clean and cook. And I'm going to clean and cook as well. But I don't want to be in a marriage with somebody whose basic fundamental foundations we don't agree on. And she's like, I already did a lot for you. I packed up everything and moved to paradise. I gave like after a year, only after a year of knowing you, I packed up my entire life and I gave away an opportunity, which I could go back at any time, to work for my mother's company, which is like my mother's company, so I can do what I want. And I've moved here. I've given up going to get my hair platinum because you see these roots. I'm obviously still getting my nails done because they're bright red, but I'm in the tropics and I have a tan, so I should have red nails. I can't help you wash this car. In fact, my red nails are going to break. So, she's like, that's not what matters. And he's like, it is what matters. And I was like, you know what? Johnny's right. Johnny's right. And so she's like, well, then that's your decision. Your decision is that you don't want to get married. And he's like, I would consider marrying you if you could be my partner in this house. And so then she's like, my friends see how much I care and that I gave up a lot. And he's like, marrying is a life commitment and I can't marry you if we're not compatible. And I was like, all right, thank you, Johnny. I feel that. Astute point. Amazing. 10 out of 10. And then cut to her moving into a hotel talking about the drawer was too small. So we're like, what happened? Tell us what happened. And so she tells us that because I love it when like someone just goes through somebody's belongings and they're just like, it's because I have intuition. It's like Emma from whatever. She's like, you have to go through people's phones. You have to stalk them a little bit. And I'm like, do you have to? Do you? So she's like, yeah, Johnny got a new phone and he left his old phone on the cabinet. And so I went through it. And I was like, let this kind of love pass me. Let like I wouldn't even if that's how people find out that other people are cheating, if I'm ever in a relationship, please let that pass me by. That person could cheat on me because it would never dawn on me to go through their phone. You know why? Because I don't want anybody in my phone. Not that I have anything to hide, but like it is my private property. You're not going to go through my phone. I don't know this life. I don't know this like partner going through their partner's phone life, right? I would trust them. Otherwise, why would I be in a relationship? It would never dawn on me to go through somebody's phone. But she did. So she went through his phone. And she finds that not only is he talking to other girls, she did a deep dive, girl. She dove in. And she found that while they were filming and doing their confessionals together, he was texting a girl that he used to talk to and telling her how much he missed her, how much he's missed having sex with her. And he was also like sending emojis to different people. And then she's like, you know, I asked him about a girl from May and he told me he wasn't with her, but he lied to me about it. And I was just like, she's like, I know May was a long time ago, but he still lied. And I'm just like, oh my God, girl. Like, I don't, it's just like, it's a lot. It's like mental gymnastics and like physical, just like jumping through hoops, try to make some shit work. And it's just like, why do you have to do all that? You have to do all that. Is it really worth it? Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it. It's your from a It's not worth it. It's not. She's over here talking about she's ready to marry this man. Girl, you crazy. Talking about she's ready to marry him. Girl, if you don't get out of my face. Anyways, so she then sends him screenshots to like show him what she found. And he's like, why'd you go through my phone? And she's upset because he wasn't like, oh, babe, I'm so sorry. He's just like, why'd you go through my phone? So she's moded. She is moded, as we once said in 1995. Moded. Everyone told her that he was just out here slanging dangling, dirty D in the streets. Okay? That he was giving it to all the ladies. I imagine that man must have a high sex drive. He must like have a very high sex drive to where like in his mind, him having those conversations with those people aren't him cheating. They're just him like expressing his sexual desires. He's probably like, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. Because he in his mind, he didn't. He's like, I didn't actually have sex with them. Yeah, did I say that? Yes. And if you had said that to another guy, would I be upset? Yes. But like, I'm a guy, I have a high sex drive. I don't know. I'm just putting that on him. And so she's like, he didn't even say sorry. He just said, why are you going through my phone? And since then, his reaction has been like, you know, whatever. And I'm like, girl, what did you want him to do? Like, this is a blessing in disguise. You want him to like come crawling and say he's sorry so you can hold it over his head after you forgive him. He knows the jig is up. He got caught. He did what he did. It's done. Pate done. It's over. What is there to say? Nothing. I know your heart is broken. And I'm, you know, it's dumb that they put you on this show so that we could see this, but I have no sympathy for her at all. Her mama told him it wasn't shit. Her friends told him he wasn't shit. She told herself she wasn't shit. And now we find her in this situation. And this is a lesson learned, mama. You're still young. You don't have any kids. You didn't have his child. You didn't marry him. Pack up your shit and go home. Thanks. Do what you said you were going to do. I'm sure your friends are like, oh, I'm so sorry, babe. I told you, dummy. You know, I told you, dummy. That's what they're saying. Hi, Dedria. Hi, Fly Mama. Welcome in. Yes, that's what she wants because why leave anything in his house? Exactly. And stressing how much you have. Girl, these all caps. Oh, my God. And these abbreviations, okay. And stressing how much you have up for him. Why should he offer her help after she left? And why did he leave all the stuff he was packing? Girl, I don't know. It's a lot going on. Not even dirty D's. I'm talking about dirty D-I-C-K. A dirty Richard. A dirty Richard, Lisa. A dirty Richard. and not molded, moded. I don't know why. MODED. Moded. Girl, exactly. Exactamente. Ram. Where's Ram? Ram. Ram, are you in? You're in the Netherlands, yes? Amsterdam? Obviously, Amsterdam. What am I talking about? Yes, you're in Amsterdam. Hi, Wah. Good, I checked Facebook this year. Last getting from the snow, Amsterdam, having a well-deserved grappa after shoveling snow at 1:15 a.m. because tomorrow snows and oh, girl, it is snowing here too. I'm driving real slow. I'm driving real slow on these highways. Like people are like trying to zoom past me, showing that they know how to drive in snow, and I'm like, Godspeed. It can't be me because God forbid I get in an accident and hurt somebody and their child. Like that can't be my story. So I'm gonna go 40 on this highway because I'm gonna go 40 on this highway. I'm not gonna hurt nobody. I'm not gonna hurt myself. I'm not gonna hurt nobody. Okay. You all can speed past me if you want to. Talking about driving from no, it's icy and snow. I don't know what out there. I don't know what the weather is like out there. Okay, let's move on to Johny and Sumit. So, the High Council of Sons and Daughters-in-laws are having a rooftop conversation where they discuss what is happening with mom. And even though Sumit tried to stand up to mom, he's like, this is very bad. This is very, very bad. Okay. We have one day off and we want to have fun, but now it ended very badly. Mother is the head of the family. She is, we need to keep her happy. And I wonder if Sumit's dad came from wherever he was with Anush and was like, why is my lady crying? What y'all disrespectful sons did to my lady? Come over here and apologize to your mama. And there's nothing that anyone could do because the way the culture is set up, she's the center. Okay. I've watched a lot of Bollywood movies. She can make or break anybody. Okay. The power that Sadhna wields in her little hands is immaculate and very strong. And so the boys are feeling very guilty because, of course, she's like, you're being disrespectful. And they're like, Mom, stop crying. We know these are dumb tears. Stop crying. We're just trying to talk to you. She's like, no, if you want to be American, go be American. And so they're like, damn. So now they feel bad. And so then they're like, the best thing to do is just like take her nonsense, swallow it, like listen to it, but also like don't listen to it at the same time. Just ignore her, try to make her happy. And because we gotta make the cafe work. We gotta make the cafe work. And I'm like, is it because she's the main cook at the cafe? Like, what's the deal? What what is she doing? I want to know what she's doing. She's picking at everybody, yes, and she's telling everybody how like, they're not doing things right. But I'm like, is she whipping them? Or is she just like getting on their nerves so bad? And like, are they just I think what it is that I know what it is to live in a situation where you're uncomfortable and the person who feels like who owns the house actually feels like they could just do whatever to you and because it's their house even though you pay rent and they just feel like they can do whatever. It's funny, my brother sent me I'm laughing because my brother sent me this video on YouTube on Instagram about it was titled like when people don't want you in their house. And it's just like all the things people do, like when they don't want you in their house. And we were dying. Me and my brother and sister were dying because we were like, yeah, we know what that is. Like you're laying on the couch, trying to get some sleep, and all of a sudden they come downstairs and they're just making all the noise possible in the kitchen. And you're like, you don't see me here trying to sleep, or you don't see me trying to watch this TV, and you gonna come downstairs and be real loud on the phone banging pots. I'm sorry, are we not cohabitating? I'm sorry, we're not going to respect each other in a mutually open space. And so so maybe that's what Sadhna's doing. Maybe they're just sitting down trying to kick back, and she just comes in and she's like, how come you didn't clean that? That's dirty. Why are you guys having fun when there's things to clean and you just can't get away from it? Maybe that's what's going on. And also she probably watches the baby Anush. I mean, I know grandpa does. Grandpa loves that little Anush. So I think it's just so I think it's just so interesting that they're just like, well, we just got to give her what he wants. And Johny is over here like, Oh, I don't gotta do that. I'm too old. Like, no one can tell me what to do. I don't want a boss. And I'm like, you know what? At the end of the day, Jenny's putting her foot down. She's putting her foot down. She's like, listen, I got to figure out a way to get us out of this situation because I'm not doing it anymore. Mom can't behave this way. And I was like, but Jenny, she can. She can. There's no way that you're going to get her to not behave this way. This is her culture. This is her house. Them's is her kids. Okay. She birthed them babies and they're not going to go against her. She cooked all their meals. She puts oil in their hair. She makes sure that they look good when they left the house, and she's not gonna let near one of these men forget it. So if you think that Sumit has done everything that he can to keep you in his life, and he finally got his mother back, and he wants to live with his family forever. I'm sorry, I mean, how many of y'all feel like Sumit's done enough? Sumit's done enough. Has he not? Has Sumit not done enough? He's already shamed the family by bringing Jenny around. And now she wants the mom not to tell her what to do. There's too much. There's too much. Too much. Too much. Me and my sons, 100%. Exactly. I'm sorry. Sadhna, the power she wields cannot be taken from her. All right. Good night. If you do go to sleep, have a sweet dreams, Amsterdam. Joy. I'm going to tell you one thing. This is the movie. The only other person that I know that has watched this movie and it was independent of me is Chris Farah. We talk about Kama Sutra all the time. It was one of the first things that we talked about as friends of like, you've seen this movie too? With Narveen Andrews. Narveen Andrews is in it and like homegirl from Rome is in it. I can't remember her name right now, but like, girl. I love that movie. Shannon Sit. I'm so glad to see. Wait, is this Shannon Van? I'm so glad to see Wall back on the regular. Are you Shannon Van? Or is Shannon Van just not here? Also, Shannon Van is from Vancouver. Anyways, hi. All right, so yeah. What her face is not with it. Jenny's not with it. All right, Luke and Madeline. So Luke and Madeline is a weird one for me because she has a conversation with Jim, and Jim is like, "My son loves you. He was a cheater. He's not a cheater." And Madeline's like, "I already told you I have a trust issues because of the stripper," and so he's not making matters worse. And here's the truth. No shade to people with dental issues, but the entire time I'm watching Jim and I'm wondering if those dentures are just going to fly right out of his mouth. Are those dentures or are they veneers? Whatever it is, it just looks like it's slightly too big. And I just kept worrying that they were just going to out of his mouth. Am I the only person? So, anywho, they're talking and she's trying to explain like what's going on. He's like, yeah, the last 3 weeks has been a shit show. And so he's trying to better understand, and he tries to come from it from an angle of like, Madeline, if you are not sure about this, do not marry my son. I want you to be happy too. I want Luke to be happy, but I want you to be happy. And right now it's too much going on. And you guys need to settle it before you decide to get married. She's like, it's the day before my wedding. It is the night before my wedding. What do you mean settle this? We're gonna get married. Will we get annulled? Maybe. Will we not turn in the paperwork? Possibly. But we're having that ceremony tomorrow because all my peoples is here. So a party will occur on tomorrow. Okay. And so he's like, nobody would have done what Luke has done for you. I was like, what Luke has done for her? Luke has equally gotten something out of this. The way that everybody make it seem like Luke is just like, he didn't have to do what he's doing. He's making choices because he wants this little skinny miss. He wants this little skinny 19-year-old miss. Okay. He finds value in her beauty and whatever it is that she brings to his quality of life. And so that is like, it ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna give you the land. It just doesn't make any sense. She's like, I want it for my kids and my progeny. Like, what are you talking about? And he's like, no, let him have that. And I'm like, well, then she needs to have a stake in it because she helped him do like the negotiations or whatever. He didn't do it by himself. She's the one who translated. They did it together. So There needs to be some kind of like, I don't know. There needs to be some kind of agreement on what exactly they're doing because I don't think that she should walk away with nothing. They've been together for what now? 10 years? When will Sumit's mom give up raising Jenny? His dad got some reasons. Reason reminds me of Uncle throwing the bells at Maya. I fast forward through them. Girl, I wish I could. Madeline is so cringe. Yeah, she is. How am I supposed to trust him? But he basically told her, "Be glad you marrying a woo." He couldn't make a ride deals without the navigation Spanish speaking, the native Spanish speaking. Yeah, that's crazy. I wasn't paying attention. That's crazy that he would say something like that. She does all the clerical work. Yeah. And he's gonna try to not give her any land? Well, you better give her some percentage of something, you know? Okay, so last but not least, we've got Patia and Dylan. Okay, Patia and Dylan. Now, we start off where Dylan doesn't want Patia to go back to the US. Okay. She wants to go back to the US, get on the pole, make some money. And I say, do it. They're fools to which money to take. So go out there and take their money. Okay. So if Patia can make money in the club at 53, girl, there might be hope for me. So go back, go get your money, get yourself out of debt, come back and be with this man. It's funny because Hard to Know texted me and was like, "Have you seen Alone Tasmania?" That's what she's dealing with. And I'm like, I have seen Alone Tasmania. I have seen Alone Tasmania. I know what it is. And so she is excited to be able to go with him to this like Wallaby Park or whatever, this kind of like nature zoo place. And they get on some like ski lift thing and he's shaking his legs and she's like uncomfortable, but she is really grateful to be able to spend this time with him and come to a place that he really loves and is really special to him. And so she's feeding the animals and like, you know what, I as much as I like to talk mess about people and as much as everybody's telling them that they don't belong together, if the truth is if Dylan really feels like Patia is the woman for him, I have to give it to her. Like, it feels like in the beginning that she was, like, delusional, and we felt at least I felt like, "This guy doesn't really like you." Like, yeah, he likes the idea of you, but he doesn't like you, and he keeps throwing in the fact that you got debt and, like, all this stuff, and whenever his friends are like, "Dump her, throw her away," he's like, "No. No, I like her." And so it there is a duality, and it's like 2 things can be true. They can be 2 people who, you know, love each other and feel like they're the only ones for each other and that they want to spend the rest of their lives together, but then they have some, not insurmountable, but they have some very big differences in the way they think things should go. And so far, neither of them have been totally disrespectful to each other. Now, has Patia been disrespectful to his mama? Yes. And I wish that they give us more information about what's going on between those two, because to me, it's not the debt, it's Joe. If that's the mom's name, I can't remember. But anyways, so she's like, I'm in limbo right now. I want to go back to the States and I'm waiting for him to do something because like I'm still in debt and we're just still kind of just here. So I don't know, but I'm happy to be at this park with him. And so he, they're walking or whatever, and he turns to her and he's like, "Hey, Patia." And she's like, "Yes." And he's like, "Look at me." And she's like she doesn't know what he's like wanting, and he's like, "When 2 souls are meant to be together, they are bound by an invisible thread. The thread may stretch and it may tangle, but never break when it is something meant to be and will always find its way." And I said, "Boy, if you don't stop with the poetics, go on ahead." And she's like, "Babe." And he's like, "Patia, I love you, babe." And she's like, "Oh, babe, I wish I would." And then he's like, gets on one knee, and she's like, "With that dusty ass ring, okay?" And he's like, Patea, will you marry me? And she's like, I wish you had told me that you were gonna do this so I could wear something else, but yes. And I was like, it's so sweet. I'm so happy for you too. Felicidades. Congratulations. And she's like, it's been 12 years in the making. I thought that's too long, but I do think they love each other. Whether or not they'll be able to get past their differences. Dusty. Whether or not they'll be able to get past their differences, who knows? But this was very sweet. They're both crying and they're both adults. And so, it's different when you see Johny and Chloe because Chloe's a baby. But like these two really grown ass people, I'm gonna just let them do what they do. I'm gonna let them just live their life and do whatever it is they want to do because they're grown. They're grown. But anyways, that's the end of the episode, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Come back at 7:30, which is in about 45 minutes, and we are going to talk Before the Night Dies, which is even better. So the 63 of you who are in this room, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and do whatever you got to do. I appreciate it. Those of you on Facebook who are watching, I wish that you would comment so I can see you, but it's okay if you don't want to come. Becca Kitty Meow Meow. Hello. His poetic crap is better than the Turkish dude. And oh my God, we'll get there, girl. If you're still awake, we will get there. All right, you guys, that's the end of this episode. I want to thank you so much for joining us. And also thank you for listening to me sing Sonora, whatever, by what's his face? I sing it at the end of everything. I don't know why. It's always in my head. It makes me think of the end of Beetlejuice. Jump in the line, rock your body on time. Okay. I believe you. Jump in the line, rock your body on time. He just recently passed. Caribbean. Oh, not Sidney Poitier. Shake, 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 Sinora. Shake your body right. Work, 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 Sinora.